around, go follow him. If you're not following him right now, what are you doing? Like, literally go and follow him right now. Yeah. Thank you for reading. And by the way, we're talking about laws right now. I've worked with gang members and other at-risk youth for 30 years. Many times instruction and discipline helps improve their lives. And that's true. College, most kids just drink and get brainwashed by Marxist professors. Oh God, are we really going to start going down this conspiracy line right now? Oh, the Marxists have infiltrated universities. Like, to me, that is such a disconnect to actual, like, university classrooms. Like, what do you think? Every subject you take is just, like, preaching Marx? Like, holy fuck no. That's such an insane characterization of universities. And a couple of things here, right? If a private university doesn't want somebody to be a speaker on their campus, they have the full right to do that. They are a private university. They have an image they want to uphold, that they want to curtail, that they want to ascertain. They have the full right to not want randos to go in there and damage that image or reputation. And if it's a public university, the only one that I've seen limiting speakers is UC Berkeley, which in that case, I don't agree. But even one university doing that is not in the comparison to the hundreds of other universities across America that don't do that. It's a fucking conspiracy theory that's freaking insane. It's taking one experience that's happened and being like, all the professors are Marxists now. Like, what the fuck? Working and going to college helps maturity. It's not the equivalent, but it fosters it. Do you know how old the Earth is, and why are people shocked about climate change is a cycle? I know the Earth is very old, and climate change is not just a cycle. I'm sorry, Bastille, I didn't notice. I got very entrenched, but yeah, I will be streaming for a while. So yeah. I 10 to 6 times use a rope. I see what you mean. At least consistency on my side. History has already proven that societies without universal healthcare suck. Yes. Almost all of Europe is obviously terrible. Duh. Please. I mean, the brain is very general. The prefrontal cortex takes longer to mature. Yes, that's where usually your decision-making skills are rooted there. How do you say boogers in Spanish? I want to tell Basti that I don't know. I don't remember. Moco. That's how you say it. We agree on something. What do we agree on? What did you say? What you said has nothing to do with why there needs to be laws to decide people's sexual interactions. Yes, you should have laws in place to prevent kids from being taken advantage of. Those laws in place should be, regulating the age of fucking consent. Because we know a teenager cannot possibly just physically even understand the full consequences of having sex with a 40-year-old adult, or not even the full consequences, but can we even say that, can they truly consent when they have somebody in such an older age putting that onto them? That's not fair to say. It's very easy as a young kid to be pressured by an adult, even if they're not a superior or hold an authority figure from you. You still feel some sort of sense of authority from them just because literally of their age. You cannot possibly consent properly at that time. Why does it have to be the law? Why is it the government's? Because the government's job, as we've agreed as a society, is to, put laws in place that help, that just help society function and govern. We've agreed, as people, as together, that, hey, this isn't right across the board. And if people violate those laws, we agree that there should be some sort of level of either punishment or rehabilitation in the place. You can argue, what's wrong with letting their families handle it is that you end up having a bunch of families that are stuck in a cycle of abuse that allow this abuse to continue happening, that turn a blind eye to their teenage daughter getting, molested or abused by their father or somebody else, right? That's why you have the government handle those aspects. Because if not, you're just basically saying abuse is okay. Yeah. Age of consent is very low in some developed countries, though. It depends on how exploitative people tend to be in a country. Maybe most age of consent laws have to do with people around that area, though, right? So some states have the age of consent being 16, but only for, you know, like a 16 and a 17-year-old, or 16 and 18-year-old, like Romeo and Juliet laws. A spark plug. Her teeth are so white as porcelain. They're perfectly capped. I thank you for the compliment, I think. Yeah. Yeah, why... Okay. Why does your brain have to be developed to decide who you want to mate with? Why do you need longer to decide?